Alright, welcome to the channel. This is the first video that I posted doing any guitar repairs. I have actually recorded some stuff and I will put some stuff on later concerning this guitar right here, this Strat that I built. But this video, the following video, is about this Ibanez RG. It is a RG2 EX2 and it came in, originally was just for a setup, and then it had some pretty major issues with the frets, and we'll kind of walk you through that and go through pretty much all the steps to fix this thing and make it a wonderful playable guitar again. We had some intonation issues, we also had some electronics issues, so we'll walk you through that. There's a few parts that are missing because I thought I hit record and I did not, so there's a few segments that are missing, but it covers 90% of what you need to know to set up a guitar. So this one, I did do some recordings and I will be making a video on it shortly. I'll kind of walk you through it, and I have a couple video clips. So I always wanted a 50 Strat with that sonic blue and the old mint green pick guard, but I really like a maple neck, so I decided to buy my own neck and build my own guitar. So this is the nice flame maple neck that I picked out. I hope this comes out on camera, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Let me try and change some angles there so you can actually see just how beautiful this maple is. So watch for that video coming soon, but for now, enjoy the one on the Ibanez RG. Aloha from Jim's Guitar Garage. Alright, welcome to the channel. Today we have Ibanez G series that's on the bench. It actually came in for just a setup, but we had a little issue with the frets. So I'll try to show you over here. Here's the first three that I've done. And then if you look over here, let me try and move this and keep the camera still in. You can see that some of these frets are flat right now. So what we've done is we perfectly leveled and straightened out this fretboard, which is why the truss rod covers off over here. So we have my file right here, which also doubles as a level. So what we've done is we made the fretboard perfectly flat with that, and then we've sanded it down, and then we're rounding it off with this tool I believe I got from, let me see if I can get this in the camera shot here. This tool, I believe it was from StuMac, so it's got a couple different tips depending on your thickness. Obviously, being an Ibanez, this is some pretty big fat jumbo frets. So what we've done is, I'll try and see if I can post some pictures of it in here, but we took these from this over here. If you can really get that, I guess you can kind of see it there, how flat that is. We've taken that over here to this, which is an extremely polished and shiny frets. So we're going to make this thing play like brand new, and then string bending is going to be an ease. Let me see if we can find one. We can see right there, which we will sand that out later. As you can see the dip, I had to take about probably 20 thousandths off of this. There's another one right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. There's a slight indent just on, it's only on the headstock side of the thing. So once we file that down, you won't even see that. But there was some pretty deep valleys in there, and the strings were getting stuck. So there will be more to follow with this, and expect some more future videos as we continue on with this, and I'll probably show some actual working on it. All right, shoots for now. I'll talk to you later. All right, this is what we started with. You can see the deep valleys in there. So we taped off the neck and then started sanding it, and that's the very first fret that we finished. All right, and we're back with a little bit more. So we are now on fret number 4. So we're just going to show you kind of how this tool works. And what I've done, and actually I'll just do it again for you so you can kind of see, is I've marked all these frets. Some of them have kind of worn off, but we'll mark them with this marker. And what we're looking for is, when we're done, all we want to see is a very, very thin, fine line right down the center, so that way we have a nice peak. And then we're going to polish it afterward. So this is going to take a while, so we'll just start here and I'll just show you how basically you're just going back and forth. And hopefully you can see this on camera. You can kind of see that now you can see that the edges, I'm going to try and bring this closer, hopefully it'll focus. You kind of see that the edges are starting to come off. And then eventually, sorry, I got this on my magnifying light so you can see a little bit better. And then eventually it's going to turn out like that. So we'll come back when we're almost done and then we'll show you the polish. Alright, I figured while we're here, I will show you how I string up a guitar. So we're going to do this on the second string. I go usually a little bit past, kind of right in between on the headstock like this. Pull it through. We're going to feed it through. And this is just how I do it. There's a lot of other ways to do this. I'm going to bring it under, pull that tight, lock this one, and then what I do is I go around the post. I'm going to pull that back underneath that one, and then I lock it like that. And then I just wind it up till it's tight. Make sure to pull all these up just nice and tight. And what that does is this thing right here, it pinches it right inside there, and then it's not going to come loose and you're not going to have any tuning issues. Alright, so here we are, we're back again. This is what came out. We put the Ernie balls on, and also one of the things too is obviously before I did this, after I finished the fret job, I went with this Stu-Mac fret rocker, went all the way down the frets, made sure the neck was perfectly straight, obviously before we did the fret work, and checked every fret with this. Make sure there's no hum and buzz, so we've got it tuned up to pitch now. And we're just going to recheck the setup. I did a pre-setup before we even started this. And then, so hopefully I just have to do a few minor adjustments, and then this thing will go back to its happy owner. Till next time. All right, we are back with the Ibanez. So okay, all tuned up. So you're gonna need one of these, or you can get a fancy Kaiser one or something. One of these, and obviously a tuner. So what we've done is we've tuned it up. I put this capo on. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, probably not. Capo on the first fret. Push this down. We're gonna check the neck relief. Let me re-angle this a little bit. So what we've done is we've set it at approximately the 8th fret for about 10,000. So you're going to put your capo on the first fret, push down on the last fret, and slide this, and it just barely touches. The 8,000, you can't feel anything, so we've set that up. We checked the string height. String height is a little high, so we're going to have to adjust down here at the bridge, bring everything down a little bit. But I also noticed another issue. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but every time you switch this, there's a lot of noise. The pots seem pretty quiet, so that's good. But we're just going to give those a spray. We're going to obviously have to spray this switch because it is seriously noisy, so we'll do that. The string action is just a little bit high, so we're going to adjust that. And then we will be good to go. Okay, this is the repairman's secret, so shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone. So we're just going to spray this in here. And it helps if you rub the can across the strings too to make that noise. That really helps. So we're just going to liberally apply this in here and work it in. And here it's starting to get quieter. So we're going to keep doing that until that gets nice and quiet. If we got to open up the cavity in the back, we will. But most of the noise is gone. There we go. So, oh, there we go. We might end up replacing this switch. Okay, so we'll do a little more investigating and we'll get back to you. Okay, and we're back again with the Ibanez. The last segment we had a little popping. So this wire right here was just hanging on. And this ground wire right down here where you can see the fresh solder was actually off. So every time when we move that switch and wiggle things around, this thing was popping. And this thing was popping off when I wiggled it, when I wiggled the selector switch back and forth. So we fixed that. I already hooked it up to my amp, checked it out. Everything's nice and quiet now. So we're going to continue with this setup, and then we will get this back to the owner. Alrighty, and we're back on the Ibanez again. So we fixed the switch. Everything is good, no more noise, it's nice and quiet. Everything else is good. We just adjusted the action so it's nice and low to Ibanez specs. But as you can see, if you've ever worked on a guitar, you would know that this intonation is way off. So that's the next thing we're going to do. So we're going to adjust that, and then I'll show you what this bridge will look like after, and it's going to be way different. All right. Okay, so we are back with the Ibanez. Intonation is good, and as you can see from the bridge, let's give you a little close-up of that. You can see that it's slightly different. The E is set back a little bit here, and then our G is set back a little bit. So most of them were fairly close, but do some minor adjustments. So this thing is ready to go back to its owner. So shoots till next guitar. Goodbye from Jim's Guitar Garage.